Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to part 19 of Emily's Life. And if you are returning, welcome back. And in this part, I decided we were going to stay and try and explore the temple. And the primary focus of this Let's Play is to look at cats and dogs and their vet clinic, which they do have, but they are taking a vacation in Salvadorada and going exploring. Emily is here at the area that's over the bridge. If I scroll out a little bit, I had Don is now doing some cloud casing. He had been digging there at an excavation site, which is on this side of the bridge, and they had come through, and Kenny is authenticating an artifact which will help him with his archaeology skill, and Don is level 4 now, so he can survey for dig piles. I do find sometimes that they don't do very well with surveying when they are lower, like in finding things when they are lower. But let's see, she's just digging. She has maxed her gardening skill, so she is looking, she's using her hands to try and clear a path. So we'll see here and see whether or not he has any luck finding something. Yeah, it looks like he didn't. And Kenny has determined the artifact he was looking at was genuine, so it's not a fake. So let's see, is it any good? It's even excellent, and we're 674. So we're going to have him put that in his inventory. And see, what is he? He doesn't actually, he's not, oh, here we go. She's going through mysterious pedestal. And of course, I'm not sure what her skills are, but we do know that she has maxed her Salvadoradian culture skills. So nestled in the jungle is what looks like an ancient pedestal of some kind. On top is a shiny treasure, clearly placed there as an offering. It's just there for the taking. So should she take it or leave it behind? And leave it as an option. Take it if you have higher Salvadoradian culture skill, it leads to better results. And she has maxed it, they all have. So I think we'll do that. Or she can push it off with a machete and it uses the machete. But we're not going to do that because we have maxed her Salvadoradian culture skill. So, trapped treasure. While chatting with the locals, Emily had heard rumors about just such a treasure in the jungle. By recalling the lyrics from a traditional song, she follows a sequence of steps that safely deactivates the trap. The treasure is hers for the taking. Okay, so she's got that. I'm just going to quickly pause and have him put that in his inventory. And then we are going to join Emily on the other side. And there she is. So we're on this side. And there are different spots that you can go, and there's usually a spot that's locked that you can't go. So here's a spot there. That one is one that's locked over there. And they do vary depending on your trip which one's locked. This here with this little statue is where I believe the temple is. And then there is also one down here and it's locked. This one I think leads you to the little island. I've been there just recently in my Jungle Adventures Let's Play. So we're going to have her clear path with hands, but this is still the path, so it's not counting as an area off the path. So that's not something that's working for that. And neither will this, because this, I'm pretty sure, is what's going to lead us to the temple. Whereas if we had her clear this, that probably would be, that might be considered off the path. So we see there's 2 of them in this location are locked. Oh, this is pretty. You can see the falls over there. I zoom out a little bit. That's quite nice. Are there any more dig spots is what I'm curious about. That any of them that perhaps Dawn can look for. And then we bring Dawn. Oh, he can survey for dig pile, which is really what I wanted to do. And we'll have Kenny come here too. And let's go back to where Emily is. The only thing is that it would have been good if she found the area off the path before she came here, because that would mean that when we got... I was going to say it means when you get to the temple that it helps, because the next step is to find some treasures. But the problem is you also have to evade some disasters while you're doing it. A couple of them, the ones with, like, you know, the bugs, the spiders, and the fireflies, and the bats, and all that counts. So the things that happen when you're doing digging and they attack you, or other times too. So we'll see if I'm right, if this is the temple. Fingers crossed it is. If it is, we'll have a loading screen, which I'll cut out. But first we'll probably have one of these. Oh, we got the same one, mysterious pedestal. So of course we're going to take it again. And it's the same thing, same chance card, same results. And there we go. We're going to travel to the temple. So we're going to go to the temple, and I'm pretty sure if I say okay, it lets me bring them with her. So I will be back when they get to the other side and they're at the temple. Well, they're at the temple, and I just noticed, I took a look because Emily was hungry, and she has got a jeweled gold Pereka frog, which is worth 10,015. So I wonder if that's one of the things she caught when she, got the treasure. And then this is showing as new too, but that says I'm not sure how new it is. So I'm gonna have her have one of these grilled cheese ready to eat. So I don't find and look, there's the other one. So look, she got this Settle Sitley gold and emerald calendar plate, and it's also worth 10,000 simoleons. So she did quite well, I have to say, with her searching. So here we are at the temple. We're going to have her harvest from the Tree of Emotions, and I'm sending them off to do some digging, excavating sites. So one of the things that they don't have very high skill on is, of course, the archaeology skill, which is one of the ones that can be useful when you're going through the temple. But so I'm going to have her dig up here, and that did not count as an area off the path. And the traps, there'll be traps here for her to do. But for now, since I'm having her dig, she doesn't even need to do that, actually. She has to authenticate 3 artifacts is what she needs to do, which is another good way to build their archaeology skills. So I'm not sure that I'm going to have her do that since she's already done the digging. So there's another couple of sites that we can have them do. So I'm going to put her back. I'm just curious before I switch over where her archaeology is. It's only 4, because if it was high enough, she could set up an excavation site, which lets them collect a lot more. But they're just here for a fun vacation, so oh well. But we're going to flip her back over onto the Jungle Explorer, because she may as well do this, examine the traps. And what happens with all of these traps is that, depending on your skills, you're more likely to get the right result, which may be that none of them work. You'll find out that that's the case. So we're going to have her examine. I think she's maxed her charisma skill. I'm quite sure she has. Yes, she has, because she asks for bonuses and what for her job all the time. So she has maxed that, so that will help for that. And then this one here it's also charisma. So I'm guessing it's going to be either they're going to work or they're not going to work. I don't really know. So there looks like I only see those 2. So Kenny, why don't you go up here and excavate, I should say, not dig. And Dawn, why don't you come up here and excavate yourself? Because he has only one more site that he needs to do. And Kenny is now level 4 of the archaeology skill. So they're all level 4 of archaeology, and he's still flirty from the falls. I don't know if the others are, and it's just over. No, they don't have it, but they got there last. They got there afterwards. So let's see what's happening with this trap. Just taking notes and taking a look at it. See what it looks like with the walls up, because you can see it looks a little different when you put the walls up and it's big enough. Oh, they have 4 hours. I'm going to extend their vacation, so they will be here and they'll be able to examine the full. They've got lots of vacation time. She has 6 days, and Dawn had 7 days, because I think Dawn was in his job a little longer than her, because she quit. She joined this job after they moved to the new place, where I had already put Dawn in the job while they were still at the asylum, in the trying to find the ambrosia stages for Kenny, because Kenny, of course, in the asylum had passed away. He died from mortification, from being embarrassed. And then Emily had a quest to find the ingredients for ambrosia, because she knew how to make it, because she had, of course, maxed her cooking and her gourmet cooking skill, both of them. Since she did, what does she want to buy? She wants to buy a washing machine. Well, you actually own a washing machine, so I don't think you need to buy another one. You want to plant something? Well, we can pin that, because when you get home, you're going to plant one of those trees of emotions, and also the avocado that I saw in your inventory, and I think hopefully we got some. Oh, he found a Tota column relic, did Kenny. And how is Kenny in his quest? He has to excavate one more site. I don't know, this hasn't been done. Why don't you come do that one, Kenny? And that will get you over to the next one. So how are you doing? And he wants to bro hug someone. I don't know if anyone else is a bro in any that we know. And Dawn got some ancient bone dust. So now he needs to survey for a dig pile. I don't know if he can, because when I tried to do it on when we got here, he had surveyed too recently, but maybe enough time has passed. No, enough time has not passed. But he also has to authenticate. So here we go. Some of these big triggers won't work to unlock the gate, but that doesn't rule them all out. So we have, she's examined 2 of the 3 traps. So she's going to see, what do we see? So we have complement carvings is a question mark, and the other 3 are thumbs down. So that would mean they definitely aren't going to work. And the thing is when I looked around, those were the only 2 that I could see. And sometimes there's more than 2. Sometimes I've seen as many as 3. I'm just curious. They have these here. Why don't we study for historical insights? Because I think that actually helps her archaeology skill, and it'll also make her focus. So I'm not sure that that's of any help right now, but we will try it and see what happens. I don't see any bar going up for archaeology, so maybe she isn't going to get any skill. I thought I had read, but I wasn't 100% sure. Now it doesn't look like it's going to help. All I think it does is make them focused when they do that. I have had them do that, but they were pretty high up in the archaeology. I wasn't really paying much attention. Are you almost finished? You don't really look like you're doing anything. So we're done with that. We're going to have you activate and complement carvings, and we will see what happens with that. And there is Dawn. Why don't you come here, Dawn? Because it's of where they are. This is a locked lot, so I can't actually place things in the world. They have to do it themselves. So I'm going to have him place that in the world so that he can authenticate, work on authenticating. We're going to uncover, oh, he doesn't actually have very much in his inventory to do. Okay, well, we'll do that. We can always pass some from Emily's inventory. And there we go. She bypassed the temple's defenses and the gate has opened. I was just about to check, and so this would have lit up, which you might have seen, but I was too busy looking at what happened with Dawn. I'm not sure. So we are through the temple. So we can go downstairs. Here's the stairs. We'll have her go here. And here we have another one of these things to examine, and this one needs handiness skill, which of course I'm sure she's either maxed or she's really high on that. Yeah, she's maxed it. She's actually a pretty good candidate, because apart from needing to work on her archaeology, she I think she has maxed the other skills that you need. She's not maxed rocket science, but that's not needed for here. It's only needed for a chance card. So she's got that. I'm going to actually put this in cutaway because it's they keep getting in my way. And I assume this is also handiness. Yes, it is. And I think, I can't remember if both of them are. So he needs to authenticate 3 artifacts and survey for a dig pile. He can actually survey, because even though Dawn has surveyed, he hasn't. So he can probably do a survey for a dig pile. Yeah, he can. Oh, look, there's a spot right there for excavating. And let's see if he finds anything. And we'll get a pop-up for Emily as to whether she has any luck. Did he get? No. No. And it may be because there's already a spot. Plus, he's also not very high. Like I said, I don't find they get very far when... But it's still ticked off surveying for the dig pile. So that's... And is he viewing the Tree of Emotion? He is. So let's go look at Emily. She's still examining the skeletons. And we'll see what happens, what it says. I have a feeling it's going to kind of... None of those work. Okay, so are you doing that still? And Kenny, why don't you come over here, and instead of authenticating those artifacts, we're going to put you over onto the Jungle Explorer, because I'm pretty sure you need to examine, unless, where's your handiness? It's only 5. Forget that. Forget that idea. You're going to come here and examine, because you are the one who has the handiness. Is there anything else that I'm missing? I only see this one. Oh no, there are a couple. So I don't know which one. She must have done this. Yeah, she's done that one. And then this is also. So these ones are handiness, it looks like. So there's 3 that could be okay. And Dawn is level 8, so he could probably come here and examine for handiness too. And he's reached level 5 of archaeology. Now he can analyze genuine artifacts, treasures, and fossils, and extract elements from metals and crystals on the archaeology table. So why don't you come here, Dawn, anyways. You don't really need to go swimming. Kenny. Come here, Kenny. And why don't you eat some spinach, and we are going to extend it by 1 day. And then you can eat some sage, because I see you're a little bit hungry, and so I'm just coming up with stuff that's in your inventory that you can eat to fill you up a little bit. While I am also looking for your table that I want you to place in the world, so you can work right there. So it kind of depends on how long Dawn takes, because if he takes too long, I'm just going to have Emily examine the other one too. So how are you doing there, Emily? What are we going to find out with this? You're almost done. Some of these triggers won't work. So the right might work. It's a question mark. So I'm going to look and see where Dawn is. Okay, forget that. So I'm going to have her examine the other one. You've seen it, and they're just doing that. And I realize how much time has gone by, so I kind of want to get through the whole thing. So I will be back when she's finished examining and when they're about to pull something, when something's going to happen. So we got the same message that some of these won't work, so it's essentially the same. So it's the left warrior's weapon. So we're going to try, and fingers crossed, because it's probably only one of the two. So we may be right and we may be wrong. And she's tired, poor girl. I don't know if we have any of the energy drink in her. Oh, that was bad. What's going to happen? Oh, she got a near miss. So she's confident from a narrow miss of, she gained handiness skill, which of course she didn't need because she already had maxed it. So we're going to come over here and try this one. So I'm thinking this one will work since the other one did not. So I'm going to put it fast just till she got over there. Speed her through. And yay, we've got the blue light. So that means that opened. So we are in one of the rooms that you can go in, and we're going to have her come and open the treasure chest. She is a little bit tired. You gotta push through, my dear. Let me see, do you have any of that energy drink in your inventory? Yes, she has some liquid rush, so we'll have her drink that. And see what's in this chest. This is not the interior room. There is one more spot that you can go in. Or I think it's just one more. I think this is just outside of it. So she got, what did she get? She found some wondrous items in the treasure chest. She took an artifact and some adventure gear and put them in her inventory. So I'm guessing she got this unauthenticated Amiskin skull. Because if we look through and see what's new, of course they have a lot of things in their inventory. That was really what I saw, what was new. I didn't even see what was new for adventure gear, but, you know, some random adventure gear that she got. So we have 2 to go through here. So this one is examining and higher fitness skill. Where is she on fitness? She's actually not very good with fitness. Is anyone here good with fitness? Oh, Dawn is level 7. And Kenny is level 6. So we're going to have Dawn. Dawn is our one who's going to do it. And then we're going to have him. He authenticated an artifact. So I'm going to have him do the examining. I think they're probably both for fitness, is my guess. I'm going to go on to the Jungle Explorer and for examining. So we're going to have him examine that. It's not quite maxed. And this one is also fitness. So we're going to do that. And I'll be back once he's finished with that. And we'll see what the results are, if it's successful or not. In terms of examining, I won't actually look at the traps or try and do anything with them until they're finished examining. So Dawn examined both of them, and it turned out that the second one has a thumbs up for reaching into the sun glyph hole. The other one had a question mark, so it wouldn't have actually worked because the other one has a question mark for the sun glyph hole on that one. So I'm thinking this is the one for him to do, and since he's done it, we'll let him reach into the sun glyph hole and we'll see what happens when he does that. He looked like he was about to go talk to himself or somebody because he does have the insane trait. And all we do is we see that it opens up. So I'm going to have him, he's tired still. He did take the liquid rush. Is he still tired? Yeah, he's still pretty tired. He's actually a little bit hungry too. So I'm going to have him eat that grilled cheese ready to eat and have a snooze. And I'm going to have Emily come down here. She did unlock most of the treasures, the things, and here we are. Let's see if we put the walls up if it won't get in our way too much. There we go. And we'll come through. Oh, we're not actually through. We have one more spot to go through. And this one is charisma skill. I think Don has actually maxed his charisma skill too. And that will get him his third trap to examine. I'm on the wrong tab. Charisma. He hasn't. You can go back to sleep, Don. Emily. I guess you're going to come examine because you're my girl who's maxed that. So I'm going to have her come back and do that. I thought we were through, but we have one more. We have another one to go. And what is this one? That's handiness. And let me check with Don on his handiness skill. He's 8. We'll have him come do this. What was he doing? Doing push-ups. Because he's energized. So we're going to have him look at this one. Because even though we have a maxed, I'm going to just hope, fingers crossed, that everything works out. So I'll be back when they're finished doing their examining. So while Emily is still examining, she took her time. This one, Dawn discovered that it will unlock the gate. So we are going to have him activate. Pull the middle warrior's weapon. So let's see what happens. Hopefully the little blue lights. Oh, and he looks like he got... When did he get blessed? He got blessed at some point. I didn't even notice. And she got that. None of them will. So let's see. We're in the inner sanctum of the temple. And so we have one over here. And then we have, and since it all goes into the same coffers for them, we'll have her go take a look at that one and see what she gets. Let's go fast just till she gets there. We'll zoom through. And what is in this particular one? The one in the middle is the fancy one, and it's the one that will have the better one and will complete the temple. So she found wondrous items in the treasure chest, and the Omniscient gods have bestowed a blessing upon her. So what blessing did she get? She got Blessing of the Ancients from bypassing temple defenses. Kids these days, and you see Dawn wouldn't even have got it because he looks like he already has some type of blessing. The new joy. Emily is now experiencing a bit of that. So she's getting a happy +2 for a couple of days is what she's getting. And we're going to have her come open this treasure chest here, which is the main one, which will have the big item in her inventory. And since we already knew she had a frog and a plate, if she gets a frog and a plate, that won't be it. That counterfeit skull she had just authenticated, so that's not. So here we go. Temple exploration complete. She found the ultimate treasure of the temple. She should take a look around for other discoveries before leaving. Okay. So what did she get? What did she get? She gained some simoleons, which I didn't notice, but will have seen, and I'll see when I'm editing. I should see it. It comes up. And some treasure and an artifact. So let's see what the treasure is. She got another frog. She got one worth 8,914, a bullseye Amazonite gold pareca. And I'm guessing she got this unauthenticated Amiscan mask. And so that's what she did. So we have completed the temple. So I think we're going to leave it here. In the next part, they will be home from their vacation. I may take them off a path just to see if we can get we're not on there, but if we can get that, if they have enough energy. But next time we will be back in Brindleton Bay and ready to work at the vet clinic. Thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye! This has been Jennifer. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. If you liked the video, please leave a like. And if you'd like to see more videos of challenge, let's plays, tutorials, and occasional speed builds, please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much!